Welcome to Crapgamer Reviews, the home of no rules reviews. And what does no rules reviews mean exactly? Well, it means whatever I want it to mean. I don't adhere to any set professional standards. It's all raw, my own personal thoughts and opinions. If you don't like it, don't watch. It's all good, folks. So today I'm finally back doing some reviews, and what better way to kick it off than Sea of Thieves, right? The highly anticipated brand new exclusive game from Microsoft and from Rare. A lot of people have been looking forward to this game. The interesting part is when you hear people review or talk about this game, they go, there's this little caveat right there, like, well, this game isn't for everyone. But do we really need that caveat on this game? Like, isn't that something that's with every game realistically? Like, this game isn't for everyone. Think about that. What game is for everyone? There's not a single game out there that's for everyone. And so I think that that's a little bit kind of bogus when people say that. I will say that this game, again, is more geared towards somebody of a social gamer, someone that can have an imagination and kind of forge their own idea of what adventure is in a game. And I think that that's going to appeal to a certain type of gamer. It's not going to appeal to a gamer that is a sports gamer or a shooter fan or a racing fan only, or, you know, there's a lot of different gamers out there. But there is a particular set of gamer that's going to love this game just like I do. When you look at the graphics are absolutely stunning, especially on the Xbox One X, where the 4K assets really paid off. The one thing I will say is when you first boot up this game, if you're on an Xbox One X, you have to go into the settings, put your field of view all the way up. That way you can see much further, and it's a much better picture. The HDR really pops. This might be the best use of HDR that I've ever seen in terms of the graphics. They really accomplished what they wanted to, which was to pull off this type of painting look, and this graphical style is going to be phenomenal for years and years to come, and people are going to continue to kind of look at it and say, man, that's a beautiful art style right there. When it comes to the gameplay, that's where things get a little bit fuzzy. The gameplay is basically you can go by yourself, or a crew of 2 people, or 3 people, or 4 people, and there's different factions that you can do different missions for. So you can go collect gold chests for one faction. There's like skulls and stuff for another, and then there's also like the chickens and things like that you can do for the other. There's also the raids on the forts where you can get like massive treasures. There's also the Kraken that you have to watch out for, and the various skeletons and things like that. And last but not least is the other players on the servers that can come out of nowhere and sink your ship. The ship-to-ship combat is something that you always have to be on guard for. With that being said, if you're looking for some kind of deep storytelling or immersion like that, you're not going to find it here. Basically, each time you play the game, something different happens, and that's your story. So the first time that I actually played the full release game, the first 3 hours we played, we didn't get one treasure, but we got sunk 3 times, so that was that story. You know, maybe a story later will be I ran into a Kraken or whatever, but I feel like since I put so much time in the alpha and beta and the game itself, that I'm very qualified to talk about it. So the servers were a bit buggy on launch day and thereafter, and that's going to be a problem you deal with when you deal with an online only game. But at the end of the day, I think that a lot of people are going to feel the need to maybe, you know, not enjoy the game as much because it's a very social aspect to the game, and not everybody has those friends that they want to go out and play with, and you're probably not going to have a great time playing the game by yourself. You know, you just got to be honest with that. Rare has been on record saying that they're going to give content in terms of updated content in terms of what player feedback is, and I think that's very important, and I think that that's something that you know, Microsoft has been real keen to do as well. And you know, I think that the content will come. You know, maybe people will complain that, hey, there should have been more there at launch, but I don't know exactly what people would want in that content, you know, like, so if to you get bored pretty quick or you lack imagination, you might get, you know, or you have some, you know, you might not have as good a time with this, or you might play it for a while here or there, but this is a game that you're always going to be able to jump into and kind of have fun with friends. That's how I would recommend it. Is it perfect? No. Is it a game that everybody's going to love? No, but then again, what is? For me personally, this is a game that I can see myself sinking a ton of time into, and I already have, and I will continue to do so. I'm looking forward to the content drops and the updates with like the pets and things like that. So for me personally, it's pretty much what I thought it would be. I don't think that it's changed tremendously from the beta, but it's still added enough to keep things fresh and kind of you get that wow factor when you're playing with your friends and just having a good time. You know, if I had to rate the game, I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. You know, it's probably one of my favorite new games of this generation, but it's a very polarizing game, and so you're going to have people that love it and you're going to have people that hate it. But the important thing is that everybody seems to be trying it at least, and I think that's good. So I would love your guys' thoughts on the game. Let me know what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.